Hey guys, Lordicus here with another achievement guide for Scorn. This is for achievements 006 and 007, which are found on Act 3. Act 3 is quite combat intensive. You'll run into a lot of encounters with enemies, so you need to maintain your health as best you can. There's a lot of scenarios where you can just hit and run. You don't have to kill the enemies outright. You can just stun them and then move on. As I've done in previous acts, I'm just going to comment where needed, but I found this route that I've taken here has been the most time efficient if you want to finish this game quickly. Okay, as you've seen there, we've upgraded our coded key to level 2, so we can go to the right here and open the locked door. Once through, we'll encounter our first dog-like enemy. You need to take him out as he is defending a console. I found putting him in the way of the console was the best method because he does try to spit at you. So if you break line of sight until your gun has recharged, and then you can hit him again another 2 times. Once this sequence is finished with the second console, we don't have to engage this enemy. We can simply run out the room and then close the door behind him. We do need to close this door as it opens the walkway on the upper level, so we've got a nice clean route through. As we go to leave this room and go up the staircase, we'll notice a little chicken-like enemy. They can be two-shotted, but they are quite quick at attacking, so just be aware of that as you proceed. After a short jog, we now have to move this lift using this console and then board the lift. Once we've exited this, there is another console here and it'll move a lift that is blocking the way. Once it's moved, we'll just continue along the path. Down this ramp we want to take a right, but on the left spawns a dog type enemy. Just give him a punch or two and then run away, and hopefully he shouldn't hit you. Once we get to the bottom of this ramp, the room opens up quite a bit. There's a lot of winding paths and various different routes you can take. What we're going to do is take this left and then take the downward ramp and go through this door, which is lit up with a light. Once in the center of this room, we're just going to use this console to move one of the lift orbs or balls further up the path. It'll move up the chain, and then we'll head up to the next level above. As we go to leave this room, another dog-like enemy will spawn. You can give him a punch or two and then simply run away. We don't need to exhaust any time or health on him. At the top of this ramp there is a medi station where we can refill our health kit, given some extra uses. This is essential for this level as we will be taking quite a bit of damage later on and we need to preserve our health. Through this section there is two enemies that spawn in the left hand side corridors. Bypass them by taking a right. Down this corridor there's another dog-like enemy that comes from the wall. You're going to have to give him a punch or two so you can get past as he's blocking the way. And then directly around this corner there is a tentacle that hangs off the ceiling which will attempt to spit at you. Just simply take the right here and kill this little chicken one. Okay, now we're one floor up from the previous room. This console is just going to move the ball further up the chain and then we'll proceed from here. As with the lower floor, there is another dog-like enemy that spawns here. Just give him a couple of thumps and run past him. We don't need to kill him. On the balcony of this square-shaped room, there is a console here. It's missing two other plugs, which we need to complete the puzzle. But this first plug, once pushed in, will open a path on the top level here. So all we need to do now is go around to the lift and proceed straight through so we're on the opposite side. If we dip into this room on the left hand side, we'll find our first gun or sidearm. Pick that up first. It's then going to require some ammo from a console directly behind us. Once we've picked up the ammo, do ensure that you reload the gun because it doesn't automatically load the weapon. Once loaded, we're going to encounter a couple of guys we can test this out on. You can either use the gun or the melee weapon, depending on your choice. Once we've disposed of those enemies, we'll come across our first little tricky puzzle within Act 3. This involves lighting up all 4 lights on this dash. I found the easy way to do this is pivot the middle one to the right, top right, then turn the top left one a few times until it lights up. Then we need to turn the middle bar towards the top left, and then turn the right one until it lights up. And then we're going to turn the middle back to the right, and then turn the top right one 4 times. Once that's turned 4 times, we're going to set the bar back to the top left, and then turn it until it turns on, and then swivel the middle one all the way back around to the bottom, and all 4 lights should appear. Now we have a second plug that needs to go back into the main room, and you know where that's going to go, into that console of 3. That'll then in turn unlock another segment of the lift, where we'll go down to the next level and through that opening. On this lower level, 3 enemies will spawn, 2 dogs and 1 chicken. I found if you go for the chicken first on the left hand side with the melee weapon, you can take it out fairly quickly with 2 hits. And then you can either dispose of the dogs, or you can ignore them completely and go straight for the puzzle console. They seem to ignore you when you get over there. Okay, this is similar to the first puzzle we did upstairs, however there is an additional light on here, so there's 5 to light up in total. What we want to do is point the middle circle towards the upper middle, so it disconnects both left and right circles. Once that's disconnected, you can turn the left circle until it lights up, and then we're going to turn the top middle circle until it reaches the highest point, and that should light up the top one on that. There we go. And then we need to point the bottom middle one to the right hand side, and then turn that right hand circle 5 times in total. Now go back down to the bottom middle circle, and then turn it towards the top middle, so it disconnects both left and right circles. With those disconnected, you can turn the right circle until it lights up, and then just turn the bottom one to finish the puzzle. This will give us our third plug, which goes into that big room, and then it opens the very lower passage on the lift. So we'll just go and do that now and unlock that passage. with the third plug in. That unlocks the bottom floor. So all we need to do now is shuffle round to the lift, go inside, and then we want to drop to the bottom floor, 2 floors down, and then do a 180. So you're coming back over yourself, not going forward, turning around, making sure that you come out on the same side as you go in, but 2 floors down. On this video I did cut it because I did wander out in the wrong direction, so apologies for that. I'll just stick a little text note on the bottom of the video telling people to turn round if they don't hear me say it several times. Now that we've come out on the bottom floor on the right side, we can use this console, which is going to pick up the lift or the ball and move it onto another section of track. Once it's been moved onto that section of track, we're then going to follow it to the next point on the line. We then get to this section where there's 2 consoles. First we want to use this one on the higher level. This controls the arm on this lift. What you want to do is move it to the left and grab the ball. That's going to lift it onto this platform. Now that we've picked it up, we can exit this console and then use the other one. This is going to raise the lift to the next floor above, bringing the ball with us. Now on the next floor up, we just need to turn around and go back on this console, spin the arm round, and then press A to pass the ball to the other crane, which is on the right hand side. Once that's got hold of the ball, we can then leave this console and go over to where the ball is currently situated on the right hand side. Down here across the bridge, where you'll find another console. We want to interact with this. Interacting with this console finishes this puzzle sequence and pops the achievement for 006, which is labelled as Path Forward Constructed. Once we leave this console, we then need to go into that red ball, and the best way to do that is go back left over the bridge, and then on this lift go to the very back of the lift and stand into the centre of the ball. That'll spin us round into another doorway, and then we just leave through that doorway that opens. In this next area there is another gun or ammo station here, which will restock the ammo. This is useful because we're going to encounter a new enemy type, which is a larger version of the 4-legged dog. It takes a full magazine clip from your gun, so make sure you're fully loaded before you go into the encounter. As long as you don't miss any of the shots, it should kill the animal. Each bullet you hit it with should stagger it slightly and buy you some time. Around this corner is one of the little chicken characters, which you can pop 2 bullets into him. In this room we've got a series of gates that need to be opened. To open the gates we need to switch back to our first gun that we unlocked, which is kind of the melee punching weapon. To change weapon, just hold Y and then use the left and right directional on the analog stick to switch between the weapons you have equipped. Once we've opened this gate, we'll go through to the back room, and this is where we'll encounter the large animals, so make sure you switch your weapon back around to the handgun or the pistol, and then he's going to appear on this left hand side as you try to squeeze through the gap. Just make sure you hit him with every round. Each bullet should stagger him enough to buy you enough time to get hit. And then once you've used a full magazine, he should die. Bit further on, once we've opened a series of gates, you'll come to this area here, which looks like a dead end. But hidden around this corner is actually a lift, which will take you up to the next level. This console here will then reopen a part of the pathway below, which we need to progress. As the gate opens, another enemy will drop down. This guy can be avoided and doesn't need to be killed. If he's in the way, just give him a quick poke with the melee weapon to scoot past him. This should be the last console and section of gateway that we need to open. Once open, we'll go into a room. Directly to your left there is an ammo rack which we can use to restock our ammo, and then directly ahead of you in the middle of the room is an upgrade to your coded key, which should upgrade it to level 3 and open a door that we need to access upstairs. As we picked up that new key, one of the large enemies have spawned outside, so we don't want to yet open the gate. What we're going to do is utilise the gaps in the gate to melee kill the enemy. Don't worry, he can't hit you through the gate, but you can hit him. So just keep poking away at him with the melee weapon and save your ammunition in your other gun. Takes a little while for the melee weapon to charge, but you've got all the time in the world. Once he's dead, you can then open the gate and make your way upstairs to the lift. Around this next corner is what I call the level 3 door, which we needed the coded key upgrading for. We'll go through here and there's one final encounter before we finish the act. As we come off this lift, you'll find a tentacle hanging from the ceiling which spits acid at you. What we want to do is just quickly sprint past that before it gets a chance to aim and fire. Around this corner is one of the little chicken characters. Double shot him. And then we have one large alpha dog further down this corridor that we need to deal with, so just be on guard, ready for him. He's just around this corner, so make sure you're fully loaded before going around here. Make sure you hit him with every shot. Should buy you enough time to kill him. And that is all enemies dealt with within this act. We've just got a case of activating the lift and walking forward to move into Act 4. As the autosave kicks in for Act 4, the achievement 007 will pop, giving you both achievements for this act. I hope you found this achievement guide useful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Scorn video.